Assalamu alaikum, ji ayanu, pakhair ragale, ni hao, chunishime, washmale, ohaya gonzaimas, guten morgen, hola, bonjour, privyat, ahlan wa sahlan, marhaba, hale shama chitore, and a very warm welcome to everybody who's tuned into PT World and watching World this morning alongside the one and the only Shahzad Hasan Khan. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is Wednesday and the day is 4th of April. But today when I woke up and as soon as I rolled up my blinds of the window, I felt like as if I had to be somewhere, you know, right next to the beach. And then I was like, okay, even if I cannot be somewhere near to the beach, I can feel as if, you know, I can probably, you know, I'm willing to go to the beach. So I dressed up like this. I was like, I'm going to take out my floral shirts, my PJs, and that's it. And this is how I'm going to be. But other than that, the weather over here in Islamabad is beautiful. It's time to rise and shine, wake up, you know, the weather is opened up. And, you know, we have got more time to do work, whatever work we want to do, you know, because, you know, now Maghrib is at somewhere 6 and 6:15-ish or 6:30 at times as well. But, you know, I'm just enjoying the summer feel. But I think in days to come, it's just going to get a bit harder. But that's perfectly all right. At least we are land, we are blessed with too many different weathers as well. And from the northern areas, from the peaks of the north, we can probably go to the deserts in Balochistan, and then we've got a sea in Karachi as well. What a land it is to live in, and we should always be thankful for whatever we have in our life. So now, time to rise and shine, wake up, bake, and be more focused about what we want to do in our life. But before that, some top stories from around the world, which I think were very interesting to share with you guys. So go ahead, let's take a look. China is to launch 2 remote sensing satellites for Pakistan in June this year. According to the China Academy of Launch Technology website, it will be the most international commercial launch for Long March 2C rocket for around 18 years after it carried Motorola's Iridium satellites into orbit in 1999. Wow, China. Good deal. Flowers across China are in full bloom, drawing many visitors to enjoy the spectacular sights and smells of spring. Beautiful. And now finally to Pakistan, where Pakistan produced another imperious performance to beat the West Indies by 8 wickets in the third and final 2020 international in Karachi, completing a 3-0 clean sweep of the series. Wow. So 2 China, 1 Pakistan.
Lightning fast outfield. Good example of what you can achieve if you use your feet. That's into the gap. That's a good shot. You'll get value.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so for all those Pakistanis out there, we are a cricketing nation, a very heartwarming congratulations to the Pakistan team and to PCB and to law enforcement authorities that you made it possible for an international team to come over here, play very safely, and that's it. But other than that, you know, there were a lot of people full of grievances as well. And they were like, okay, you know, for all those people who love cricket and who want to go for cricket, what they do is that they, you know, they block they block the roads as well at times, and then, you know, people had problems. But this is how nations grow. We need to learn, we need to adapt as well. And then in days, inshallah, there will be, this is what I feel, that there will be a day when there won't be any road blockages and everything's going to be fine. But we are on the road to prosperity. But other than that, for the topic, ladies and gentlemen, we have picked up today is about grievances. And now when I talk about grievances, it's not about local grievances as well. It's about people who actually work abroad as well, are Pakistanis. And there are institutes and there are organizations who are helping them. So the last time when they were here, they made several promises, and now this time they are here, we are actually going to ask them whether their promises are fulfilled or not. And in 40 years, this is the very first time that they actually came up with an annual report as well, which is on its way. It'll be here shortly. So I'm going to talk about that, but probably tomorrow. But right now, I'm going to introduce my guests, and for all those people around different countries, you know, because we go out in 60 different countries, we are going to share a contact number with you guys, and I think it's on your screen as well. I'm going to read it out to you. For all those people who are going to call out from Pakistan, 009251920945 009251920945. You can call us in, and if you have any sort of grievance, but please make sure, since it's national television, whatever you say, you need to choose the right words, because we've got the people who are actually the decision maker, who are the ones who actually look after each one of you working abroad for I don't know how many years. So please make sure that we do it with respect. This is for the very first time that we're going to open our portal, because this is what we believe in. We just don't believe in talking. We believe in doing as well. So on my right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, I've been joined by Chairman, Overseas Pakistani Foundation, Barrister Amjad Malik. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. How are you today?
Walaikum salam. I'm fine. Thank you very much for inviting us once again.
Well, this is a very tight spot today because of the fact that we have even opened up a portal. People will be calling in. So let's see. Are you ready?
We are ready to be accountable.
Okay, very nice. And alongside the chairman, we have been joined by Senior Advisor, Grievance Commissioner for Overseas Pakistanis, Federal Ombudsman, Hafiz Ahsan Ahmed Khokar. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Shahzad, thank you very much, and nice to see you again.
Thank you very much, and it's always good to have you as well. So I'm going to start my conversation from where we last left, because last time when you were here, you said that, you know, we are going to put in kiosk, and, you know, there were different promises which were being made, but where are we right now?
If we count few of them, I promise that we'll publish an annual report. So annual report is published after 40 years.
Okay.
It's on the website, www.opf.org.pk.
Okay.
I promise there'll be a helpline. So 24-hour helpline is in operation, 111040040. 8 airports are manning OPF desks. So people coming and going, they
in
can
which
go
countries?
In Pakistan.
Okay, in Pakistan.
So, at 8 international airports. We promise that we'll facilitate ambulance service. So ambulance service is in operation. We have picked up around about 1,000 dead bodies. So people coming from abroad with their family members' dead bodies, we are transporting it to home, whichever airport they land. And we promise that we'll raise the compensation. So we have distributed around about 800 million rupees to overseas Pakistanis who go for work in Gulf and they met an accident, or they die during work, or become disabled. Also, we have set up a portal, like you said. Now the portal is in operation. Wherever you're sitting abroad, anywhere in the world, you can log in and register your complaint. That complaint system will be operational in all over Pakistan. So whichever is the concerned body, that portal will take the complaint and will register, and that refer to the relevant department. Grievance Commissioner has a lot of contribution in assisting in that portal. So they will also be supervising. If any government agency is not responding within a certain time frame, they will also kick in and start getting
And
responses.
for that, I think I'll move on to Hafiz Ahsan Sahab as well. So Hafiz Sahab, what contributions have you actually made as a grievance commissioner to the Overseas Pakistanis Foundation?
Shahzad, thank you very much. You have given me the opportunity to explain what the Federal Ombudsman is doing for the people living inside Pakistan, and especially for the people who we are calling as overseas Pakistanis. From 1983 to onwards, the Ombudsman Office is listening the complaints and deciding the complaints through issuing of findings and recommendations. But from 2013 to onwards, there is a change in the Federal Ombudsman Office, because there was a new law amended by the government of Pakistan, where certain more powers are given to the Ombudsman offices, and there is a timeline set for deciding and resolution of the public complaints. Now the time is for the 60 days. When we took over in 2013, there was a pendency of 77,000 of complaints, either from the overseas Pakistanis or Pakistanis. But when we're deciding the complaints in 60 days, then the ratio is increasing from 16,000 per year. From the first year, 57,000, then 77,000, and in last year we have crossed more than 100,000 complaints. For achieving all these areas for resolution of public grievances within the time limits, then we went on the public initiatives. And one of the initiative is for the overseas Pakistanis. We took 26 initiatives generally for the people and for the overseas Pakistanis.
Can we talk about all of these?
Yeah, we took on the initiative on prison reforms in Pakistan, police station reform in Pakistan, life-saving drugs in Pakistan, the regulatory framework in Pakistan, and so many ons. But I'm more focused on the overseas Pakistanis issues. when we saw there is a sizable population living outside Pakistan and they are contributing a lot to the economy of Pakistan and to the families of Pakistan, then a cell has been established in Wafaqi Muhtasib to redress public grievances of overseas Pakistanis.
And it's an independent cell?
It is an independent cell. It is working in Wafaqi Muhtasib Secretariat, but it has a liaison with all the federal government agencies. So first of all, we decided how many agencies are relevant to the overseas Pakistanis and what are their functions and what the overseas Pakistanis are expecting from these agencies apart from their individual complaints, but as well for their systemic issues. So now at present moment, we have taken more than 64 initiatives only for the overseas Pakistanis.
We will definitely come back to these 64 initiatives, but I think, Barrister Saab, are you ready? Okay, because we do have a caller with us. Her name is Sophia Khan. She's from Canada. She's the President, Pakistan-Canada Women of Edmonton, actively involved in different immigrant communities for the last 18 years. Hello, Sophia. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning from Pakistan.
Walaikum salam. Thank
Sophia,
you,
can
Shazad.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
I hope. Yeah.
I think we
hello?
forgot to turn on our speaker. Hello, Sophia. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can actually hear you. Can you hear me?
Please don't forget to turn on the speaker next time. Okay. So now the Chairman Overseas Pakistanis Foundation, Barrister Amjad Malik Saab, is sitting with me. And they claim and they say that, you know, we have sorted quite a lot of grievances in the last couple of years as well. So what are the most common problems people are facing, the ones who are actually living in Canada? Let's talk about them. You know, Barrister Saab will answer you.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking time and taking my phone call on the air. And it was actually really good initiative that you guys focus at least and consider us as overseas Pakistanis do have problems. So thank you so much for bringing this topic. My actually very quick question, I would say. As a Pakistani overseas living here from last 18, 20 plus years, I am Pakistani by heart. So the thing is that we do not have a right to vote in Pakistan. This is one of the biggest concerns that I have been fighting for the last 15 years now. I have put petitions over petitions and over petitions since when the petitions started the system about 7 years back. I have collected more than 100,000 signatures. There is overseas 7 million plus people living overseas, their Pakistani origin. So I'm not sure if that question is relevant to this department, OPF, or not, but I'm just throwing this question out there so that I could have, you know, a direction where I can go and, you know, contact proper people and investigate that. I have put forward actually to my High Commission in Ottawa as well, this question, and haven't heard from last 6 years. Back and forth, but this is something that I would be actually really interested to know, because we as Pakistani very politically aware of politics, not locally here in Canada, especially I'm from a little city, Edmonton, and we have really active people here in politics, and same way we want to contribute to politics in Pakistan and bureaucracy and decision making in Pakistan, and believe me, all these 7 million people, overseas Pakistani, can change the face of politics in Pakistan as well.
Wow, that's cool. Thank you very much for talking with us, and I'll definitely get your question answered. Please just stay tuned. Thank you very much for being with us. Lovely talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, so sir, two problems.
It's a pertinent issue, right to vote, and I think in principle we support it.
Okay.
But I am truly grateful to the current government that they have inducted people from overseas in first time in the national bodies. Okay. So you see the Board of Governors have around about 4 overseas nationals. They have inducted a member of parliament in AJK government on a designated seat. We have set up around about 200 people overseas Pakistani advisory council. Okay. All 200 people are from abroad. 76 plus are from Gulf countries only. From Canada, people have taken, from America, 15 people have been taken from there. But on right to vote, in principle, we all agree that there should be a right to vote. But there is problems they arise technicalities, how will you muster this vote? Supreme Court is directing on biometric arrangements, but also then canvassing issues. In Gulf countries, politics is not allowed. So if you are putting a vote in, let's say, in any constituency in Faisalabad, if you are allowing an overseas citizen to cast vote to A, you will have to give opportunity to A and B both to canvass to those people. So people who are flying abroad would tend to keep them loyal to the country rather than to the party. So it is advisable that people, whilst exercising their right, they should remain confined to Pakistan and Pakistan alone. That's how we can serve better our country. If you look at India, you won't see any polarization and division across the borders. When you go abroad, they fight for their cause. Similar reciprocity we should have when overseas Pakistanis go abroad. They should try to take part in local politics, generate as much as possible member of parliament and councillors and mayors, and that'll be a service to Pakistan. Having said that, in principle, we support this right to vote. We have written to election commissioner, we've written to Prime Minister. Prime Minister has vowed that they value the input of the overseas Pakistani, consider them asset, and they have assured that they will not only consider our plight for right to vote, but right to representation. We are asking them designated seats in the National Assembly and Senate.
Okay, let me just ask the senior advisor what his take is on this one.
Shahzad, I would add on it that there is a good news for the overseas Pakistanis living all over the world, that in the next election they would cast their votes wherever they are. The issue is not the right of vote. The issue is how to cast their votes. All the people who are living outside Pakistan, they have their names in the electoral list of the Election Commission of Pakistan from their Nadra's identifications cards. If a person lives in, for the sake of argument, in New York, and he has a NICOP address in Pakistan from Sheikhupura, so he has electoral list numbers for the casting of votes. But there is a demand of the overseas Pakistanis that there is a difficulty for them to come to Pakistan to cast their votes. This issue was taken up for the last many years by the different governments. Every government has supported that overseas Pakistanis should cast their vote in their respective countries, but due to the technicalities, as pointed out by the chairman OPF, that dream was not completed. But now, again, the issue has been taken up by the Ombudsman Office, by the OPF, and now the Supreme Court of Pakistan. Now Supreme Court of Pakistan has clearly directed the NADRA to devise a mechanism that the overseas Pakistanis should cast their votes in the next coming election, which is in 2018. And with your program, I would share the details, what would be the mode of casting of votes. There is a mechanism to have a websites for electoral elections process, and when this exercise is completed, then overseas Pakistanis would have option to register their names in that particular website.
And I think our embassies over there can actually help.
It is not the embassy's issue. There is a website, and you are overseas Pakistanis
living. How do we register them?
Yeah, living in Australia, and you want to register yourself. The record is available with the Election Commission of Pakistan and NADRA. So there is no need to go to the missions. So when you registered your name in that particular website, in that particular period, the website would be closed. And when there would be a verification, either the man has a genuine credentials or not, it is working by the joint working by the NADRA and Election Commission of Pakistan. When the election schedule would be announced, then there would be an option to the overseas Pakistanis to cast their vote in their favor candidates, either from the Provincial Assembly or from the National Assembly. And we are doing practice in Pakistan. But the people who are on duties on the election sides, they can cast their vote before the day of elections. The people who are inside prisons, they can cast their votes without going to the police station, polling stations. So it would be a good news today. Also, there is a seriousness about the Election Commission of Pakistan. There is a seriousness with the government of Pakistan. In recent electoral laws of the 2017, there is a specific provision for overseas Pakistanis to cast their votes, but the mechanism with the NADRA and the Election Commission, Supreme Court is supervising them. Another good news for the overseas Pakistanis.
We will definitely come back to this good news too as well, but we have been joined by Mr. Alamdar Khan Sahab from New York. Hello, Mr. Alamdar. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning from Pakistan. How are you today?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm happy. I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely perfect. We hope that New York's treating you well, because I've heard that New York is a very amazing place to be at. But right now, today, you got lucky, we got lucky that the chairman Overseas Pakistanis Foundation, Barrister Amjad Malik Saab, is with us. So if you have any grievances as an overseas Pakistani, go ahead, ask him.
Oh, thank you so much, PTV, and thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. So we are really, in fact, appreciated for the working of the Grievance Commissioner of Pakistan, Overseas Pakistanis, right now here. So a very good complaint cell are now working here, and by online through web we can register our complaints here. So there are very good news here. The community is very happy due to some good steps like the police complaints, as well as also working the police reports. It's also very solved in a few days. The first, it was a very long process. So Mr. Hafiz Hassan Khokar is, I think, working as a Grievance Commissioner of Pakistan also. So he did a lot for Pakistani communities. So only our community facing a very one of the problem, because the PIA flights after the suspend of the PIA flights, the dead bodies of the Pakistanis, they are very, we are suffering, and we are in trouble to shift the dead bodies of from overseas Pakistanis from New York to Lahore and the Karachi. So this is the main, I think it's very big problem for overseas Pakistani community nowadays. So,
Alamdar Sahab, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sir, I have a simple question for you, because I didn't want you to ask it from the Grievance Commission and the Chairman OPF2 as well. And that is, we over here in Pakistan say that a leader shouldn't actually have two nationalities, right? So people who are overseas Pakistanis carrying two nationalities, just a simple question, do you think they should actually have a right to vote too?
Yes, sure. It's a,
All right.
On PIA, I think there is a genuine concern. PIA is disrupting their flights for, I think, New York and Kuwait.
Yeah.
We have taken up this matter with the aviation minister and concerned PIA officials. I think this matter is also in the knowledge of Prime Minister. Wherever Pakistanis in a large number resident abroad, we are trying that PIA does not discontinue their services there, because in the event of death, any other flight is very costly, whereas PIA brings the dead body free of cost.
Yeah.
On dual nationality and right to vote, I think overseas Pakistanis, there is a misnomer. Overseas Pakistanis holds dual nationalities in accordance with law.
Okay.
Your law allows to have dual nationality because you enter into a contract with that country that both the residents of Pakistanis will be able to hold those two statuses.
All right.
It's like an additional qualification.
Yeah, it is.
Now, in Europe, if you have, like, for example, 2 million Pakistanis living in UK, Europe, you are actually facilitating them that they can cross the channel in Europe. They can wander around and practice and carry out their economic activity because of having the passport of that country.
Exactly.
If you don't have a contract with them, so you will only hold Pakistani passport, then they'll have to have visa of those 26 countries to travel abroad. So it is an added advantage to Pakistan that their citizens are carrying an extra status. They can continue their activity and send remittances. But having said that, problem arises where dual status or dual nationality is used to evade the accountability to law.
Yeah.
That is where your own department should come and kick in, and not to try to let people run away after plundering money. But there are few odd cases, not a lot.
Okay.
So overseas Pakistanis who are holding dual nationality, they are holding it in accordance with the
Law.
Practice and People Representation Act, because you add them in the schedule that that country can have dual nationality status.
Amazing that is. I'll just move back to Hafiz Hassan Sahab as well, because we stopped our conversation where you said that 64 different initiatives were taken in accordance to the overseas Pakistanis as well. Let's talk about that a little too as well.
There is an independent website for the overseas Pakistanis. Now we are dealing the complaints through Skype. We are dealing the complaints through WhatsApp. We are resolving their issues of police clearance certificates. The embassies are hearing public grievances without the appointment on every week. Established the advisory councils in all the federal government departments. 8 facilitation desks has been established at 8 international airports of Pakistan. Now we have the first time last year we have started the National Overseas Day in Pakistan, and OP has done a lot for the public awareness. So there are so many areas on the NICOP side and on the passport side. We have streamlined. Now there would be no verification, police verification at the time of renewal of passports. Now you can sit at home and can renew your NICOP passport. But today I would try to share 2 good things for the overseas Pakistanis.
I'm sorry that I'll have to stop you again. We'll definitely come back to this because I write it down, and you know that I do come back to down. Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, we have actually been joined by Ruby Malik. She's been actually on our show as well from Edmonton, Canada. She's the Regional Director, Status of Women Canada, and also Director, Pakistan-Canada Association of Edmonton. Hello, Ruby. How are you? Good morning from Pakistan.
Ji, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to you. Meri to night hai. So glad to be on your show again. Thanks.
Thank you very much once again. So, Ruby, we have been joined by Chairman, Overseas Pakistani Foundation, Barrister Amjad Malik, and the Senior Advisor, Grievance Commissioner for Overseas Pakistanis, Federal Ombudsman, Hafiz Hassan Ahmed Khokar Sahab. If there's anything you want to ask related to overseas Pakistanis who are actually facing problem in any way and, you know, in any other place, go ahead, ask them. They're right over here.
Ji, that's great. I am very honored to be on the show with the Barrister Amjad Malik Sahab and Hafiz Hassan Ahmed Khokar Sahab. I have a couple of questions. First of all, I know OPF is doing wonderful work in Pakistan. However, I find I've been living in North America for over 27 years now, and I find that awareness about OPF while living here is minimal. So I was wondering what could be done so that most of us who are overseas patriots here, expatriates, we would know about the resources and benefits that the OPF offers and how, because I find there's a communication gap. So if that could be somehow strengthened, that would be great. And other than that, how can the professional expats contribute back to the development of Pakistan's economy through our expertise? Because we have such diversified knowledge and such expertise in many of the different fields here. So we would love to contribute, but we actually don't find any mainstream channels. Maybe OPF could be a facilitator in that. So those are the gaps that I've seen. There are some other local issues, for example, attestation of documents, a requirement of us that are not in the larger cities of Vancouver and Toronto to go in person and have the documents like wills and other significant documents that we need to send to Pakistan to have them attested in person. If there could be somehow a better way of doing in such a way that it's not a financial hardship for people who can't make it there in person. So those are my questions. And the last point I wanted to make is, could it be that there could be a hotline based in Pakistan, like a phone line that could be available 24 hours for assistance for some overseas Pakistanis, some that families that might be stranded here, or otherwise, if, for example, after funeral services, Pakistanis who want to send the mayyat back, there's such a big hardship faced by many different ways, and it depends on which city you are in. So if it could be, there could be a hotline that people could ask what services are there, and a sort of a channel for us to come to find out what we can do and how we can get access to resources.
All right. Thank you very much, Ruby, for being with us, and keep on uploading your selfies because you are quite a selfie lady as well. Thank you very much once again. Okay, these are a couple of questions. First of all, awareness about OPF.
Yeah.
Then resources and benefits of OPF, professional contribution, if anybody wants to do that, attestation of documents, and then a hotline.
I think they start from the hotline.
Yeah.
There is a hotline available, 24-hour
Share the
hotline
number,
is in
please.
operation. Yes, 009251 111 040 040. So anybody in emergency,
It's on the screen as well.
yeah, anybody in emergency,
Yeah.
they'll be able to contact their local mission or on this hotline. The dead booty transportation, that'll be
Okay,
arranged.
now stop over here. So see, this is where the gap is. The hotline exists, but people over there are not aware of this hotline. So I think we need to come up with
The
some
website.
marketing plans
then,
as well. The
then,
website.
Then
yeah.
we come to the website.
Okay.
There is a website in operation, opf.org.pk. All these facilities which Ruby has mentioned, some of them are relevant to her and they are showcased on the website.
Okay.
This has been recently upgraded website. We have set up a mini think tank, Overseas Advisory Council. Grievance Commissioner also suggested this. So this advisory council, we've taken 15 people from America and Canada. So more people can be added if they want to contribute it. I am holding public initiatives and meetings through Skype, even in America and Canada. If they organize a gathering and invite my office, I can certainly come and address and narrate the issues and also the facilities we offer. But website carries maximum information. But the next is the your local embassy.
Okay.
You should contact your local embassy at the CWA and then register yourself. And then we can take her on with expression of interest. And if they want to play any role, we have set up a facilitation and reintegration center.
Okay.
A lot of people are coming from Gulf after losing their jobs, or they want to migrate back.
Yeah.
So we have set up this niche project in OPF where people can register themselves, and then we will help them in Pakistan, whether they want to have job and they want to retrain, whether they want to resettle. That can also be taken advantage of. And you set up a professional.
Yeah, there are professionals who want to contribute.
We
and
are,
they need a
we are,
medium for
we are.
that.
I mean, a lot of Apna. We have taken one Apna organization chief executive permanently in that advisory council. Similarly, other organizations, we are looking forward their suggestions. Emphasis on Gulf comes because of the contribution and because of a lot of people go every year to Gulf countries for work. Otherwise, the door is not open for Europe and America. We are opening up. And attestation, I think Grievance Commissioner will be able to highlight better, but they have put in a procedure, the attestation and the police checks. I think their 30-day time period, they are trying to complete it in 30-day time.
Very nice. Or I think what the idea I have over here is, before I move on to you, that we have the data. This is what you earlier mentioned. So why can't we just write letters about the resources and the facilities we can provide and just send them to all those Pakistanis who are on record, so that at least we get it off our shoulder too as well. But now, sir, coming to you, because you're more of a systematic side as well. These problems, probably attestation of documents, I think, is one of those very common and oldest problems which still prevails. Why? Well, aren't our people over there trained, or they do not give in full time? What happens?
There was two issues. One is the personal attestation documents related to the degrees and to the property documents. And second is the documents relates to the police verifications. And I'll talk about in those areas. On the police verification side, we have set up a deadline of 30 days. That there would be no delay more than 30 days, and we have appointed focal persons in every Inspector General Police Office in Pakistan, whether he is from Gilgit-Baltistan or Azad Kashmir or Islamabad. And they are trying to send back their attestation within 30 days. As far as the second is concerned, the issue relates to the property documents. And when a person sends the documents to the embassy, there is no delay. But when it comes to Pakistan, there is a little bit delay on the diplomatic bag, and then there is an onward transmission to the relevant agencies if it is particular to the credentials of the overseas Pakistanis. So wherever I have received a complaint on this issue, I put up on priority, but I have asked at the simultaneously to the Foreign Office of Pakistan that we should establish an e-attestation system in Foreign Office, that there should be no need to send these documents through diplomatic bags. There would be a secondary option. First, you click your documents, attach your documents, go on the embassy side wherever you are, and then on the foreign mission of Pakistan, and then they should speed up their issues. So hoping they are working on it, and we are also working on the automation of the police verification systems. And 3 or 4 provincial police offices, they have made the system. The next good news I would share on the point is the increase on fee of NICOP and POC. This was a big demand of overseas Pakistanis, and I and the chairman of OVERSEASE has been persuading the government departments to reduce the fees, because this is the exorbitancy. Now the government has decided, and they have put up a plan, and the Supreme Court of Pakistan is also watching on it and hoping today the case is also fixed before the Supreme Court of Pakistan. There would be a drastic reduction in the NICOP fee and the POC fee of overseas Pakistanis. Another area which I would like to point out that there is a lack of awareness. Many government institutions, they are working, but the people who are recipients of these benefits, they are not aware what the institutions are doing. So I request that through this program, if you have a problem related to the welfare of your issues, you can approach to the Overseas Pakistani Foundation. And if you have a grievances and there is a non-responder attitude of any federal government agencies, you can log on the website of the Wafaki Muhtasib Secretariat, and we are here to resolve the public grievances in 45 to 60 days. The present ombudsman is very keen to resolve the public issues. He has holding the meetings with the different government organizations, and simultaneously for public awareness sides, we are launching a campaign, and with the PTV and OPF, Bureau of Immigration and Ministry of Overseas Pakistanis, what initiatives we are taking, what initiatives we have taken, and especially for the illegal migrants, they don't go to outside country except through legal documentations. So these are the
and all of it is in the report too as well. Thank you very much for these words. So ladies and gentlemen, you know, the service is very quick. So
if I am requesting just a moment that if you please share the website of Wafaki Muhtasib Secretariat or address of the Wafaki Muhtasib
go ahead, sir,
Secretariat.
say it, we'll write it
so
down.
So we have the website of Wafaki Muhtasib, ombudsman.gov.pk. We have a specific time, the landline numbers as well. The grievance commissioner, being the grievance commissioner, we have the email hafizahsan1973@gmail.com. So people can approach. We have the office in the Constitution Avenue, Islamabad,
and
in front of the Supreme Court. Anybody can come.
Very nice. And I like your concern too as well, that you yourself are giving away information. That is just great. And towards the end, ladies and gentlemen, the report is here, and I'm hopeful that it might be on the website too as well.
It is.
And you know what blows me off is that, you know, there's scholarship for the needy children, OPF for last 5 years, all the records are given here, merit awards and whatnot. So they're doing their work, they're doing their part of work. All we need to do is that we need to jump in. We have shared in all the websites, we've shared in all the contacts, we've shared the ombudsman website, you know, their office address as well. And the grievance commissioner himself wants you guys to communicate with them as well. This is what is important. Thank you very much. And it was great. This morning was full of pleasure. The people are satisfied, but they certainly had some questions. You're working on them, and there are more initiatives which are going to come in. Thank you very much. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you very much once again. And for all those people who are out there, if you need any sort of information, any website, any contact number, anything which you may require, please write to us on our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of World This Morning. On Twitter, it's World This Morning without a G. On Dailymotion and YouTube, it's World This Morning. The fabulous repeat is going to be at 5 past 11 p.m. tonight. Look after yourselves. 1, 2, 3. Good morning.